He's Gabe Kapler. One of my worst favorite memories of you, I'm not going to lie, is when you robbed Russell Martin of that catch, when you fell into the left field seats. I think it was 08 or 09. I think you even got an award for that play.
That was 2000. That was 2008. Yeah, that was, and that was actually a really happy homecoming for me because it had been a while since I had played at Dodger Stadium in front of my friends and family, and I just had a great series. So that was kind of the pinnacle of that series, was that home run that Russell Martin didn't have.
And you kind of ended your career, sort of, with the Dodgers, because wasn't that the last team you signed a deal with? It was minor league or something, but wasn't that really your last team?
My last spring training. I went to camp with the Dodgers in 2011.
Right.
Ned Colletti was awesome to me, and I'll always be grateful for that opportunity. I hounded him for the better part of a month and said, look, Ned, just give me an opportunity to come into camp. I know I'd be up against it, but I really want to play at home. I really want the opportunity to play in front of my friends and family on a regular basis. And if I don't make the club, I'll totally understand, but just give me the opportunity. I came into camp with the Dodgers. I actually performed pretty well. It came down to myself and Xavier Paul, who was out of options. And for me, I would have been much more expensive and wouldn't have nearly the upside for as X did. So I actually believe that the Dodgers made the right decision, but I was just grateful for the opportunity to go to camp and have that experience.
Don't you think you would have taken a little bit of a pay cut to play at home? I would. I mean, you'd think, right?
Oh, I mean, listen, I never made the kind of money that guys out there are making these days.
Oh, gosh, no way.
But at the same time, let's say I was a free agent on the market right now, and I was looking at 3 different teams, and 2 of them were far away, and one of them was my hometown team. I would literally cut my salary in half because I don't think money is that important. I think it's much more important to be in a place where you feel comfortable.
It's expensive to live in San Luis Obispo, but I'd live nowhere else. I mean, I work 4 or 5 jobs. I work so many different jobs. You want to be happy in your life, and I think it takes you a while to get you through your early days of your careers or whatever it is. I think in your 30s, you start realizing that where you live is a little bit more important than how much you make or what you do.
And can you imagine, athletes are making decisions on dollars and cents that will make no difference in their life. Their lifestyle won't change one iota. In other words, a player is going to sign for $20 million or for $14 million. I mean, does it really matter? What can you do with $150 million that you can't do with $120? So why wouldn't you choose the place that's more comfortable for you to live?
Such a good point, man. The numbers are so crazy. We can't even compute in our own minds how much that would be to us. You know?
I certainly can't.
So you managed for the Red Sox in their organization in 2007, but then you went back to play, and then you mentioned managing again at the beginning of our interview. Is that something you think you're going to do someday?
It absolutely is. It's on my radar. It's very difficult for me to make that sacrifice to go, let's say, be somebody's bench coach or go manage in the minor league somewhere for 3 or 4 or 5 years and then make that sacrifice. And the sacrifice ultimately is not getting to watch my kids play football. So, and I'm not willing to make that sacrifice. I love the game of football too much. I love my kids too much. I love my family too much to make the sacrifice that I'm going to go manage in the minor leagues for 3 or 4 years and then be on somebody's staff for 3 or 4 years. I mean, that's a huge commitment that I'm not ready to make.
He was inducted into the Moore Park Community College Hall of Fame in 2008. I drummed up that bit of information about you.
Yeah, that's one of those.
That's a big one, right?
Are you sure you're happy to be on that list? Kind of moments. It's quite an honor. I'm really disappointed the Moore Park College baseball program is no longer in existence because that area is a hotbed for producing great baseball talent. And the ballpark was fantastic. Mario Porto, who was the head coach when the program was shut down, is one of the greatest coaches in Southern California, and it's such a shame that program doesn't exist.